Hi everyone, a very good evening. You're watching The Money Show on ET Now. I'm Mubina Kapasi. This is the show where we talk about your personal finances, get you the latest that you need to know about, and of course get you a gist of how you should be spending your money in our Spend with TMS segment. Let's tell you what we have lined up on the show. We are going to be talking to the second largest broking house in India. They have very recently managed to achieve this milestone figure, and we will be getting their tips and tricks on how to make the most of online digital trading platforms for especially those individuals who've just entered the world of share trading, especially during the lockdown, the risks attached to share trading and what they should be careful of. So stay tuned for that conversation. In just moments from now, we'll be getting on board our guest. We'll also be talking to Anurag as realty prices, or rather real estate property sales, have once again shown a re-emerging trend. In fact, last month itself, that's in the month of September, the sales in Mumbai skyrocketed apparently by more than 30% compared to September 2019. This as per a report. So should you as well dive into this housing frenzy? Is this a good time to buy property, especially if you've any which ways been looking for a residence to live in? We'll be bringing on board Anurag for that conversation. So let's kickstart the show without any further ado. I have with me on the show Ravi Kumar. He is the co-founder of Upstox, a big trading platform in India backed by marquee investors, and of course, like I mentioned, has now become the second largest broking house in the country. Ravi, congratulations for achieving this feat, and thank you so much for joining us today on The Money Show. Clearly, traders have been using your platform. They are enjoying it. They've been referring it as well, perhaps to their friends and families. That has caused Upstox to become the second largest broker in India, from I think 42nd back just 2 years ago. It's been a momentous leap, Ravi. How has this journey been? I just want to get in your sense on that first.
Thank you so much for having me on the show. It means a lot to be here. It's been fantastic. It's been very, very exciting. As a platform, as a business, we're always just trying to put customer ahead of everything else. And, we don't really care so much about these kind of numbers and stuff. But as long as the customer is being served, we're very happy. And we see a massive opportunity in India. We've always seen, a country with potentially 100 million customers on our platform over time. And that's what we're always working towards, just benefiting the customer.
Well, clearly it's really been working. Ravi, who are your customers? Who are the customers that simply love using Upstox? Is it the millennials? Do you see participation from the tier 2, tier 3 cities as well? Where are you seeing the most participation from?
Definitely. I think there's been a big trend change, I would say. Our customer profile is the average age of a customer on our platform is 31 years of age. 75% of our customers that we onboard come from tier 2, tier 3 towns and beyond. 80% of them, are placing orders through their smartphones. And the majority of our customers are first-time investors. They're choosing Upstox as their first platform as a foray into getting into the investing and trading side of things and opening up their first demat account with us. So these are all, very exciting for us because India is very early on in its entire equity participation journey. And, the way we see it is as, bank interest rates kind of drop longer term. One of the best ways for people to, grow their wealth longer term and invest for their future well-being is to participate in our equity markets. So we're very happy, that people are choosing us in droves, and hopefully this will continue.
Okay, excellent. Ravi, do you think that you've seen a lot of traction, especially when it comes to, new client additions, new demat additions in the last couple of months? Is that when really you've seen this very frenetic pace of growth in additions?
So there's definitely been an uptick, because of COVID. People have had a little bit more time to spend at home and to take care of their finances. But even as early as December 2019, we broke a national record by opening 1 lakh demat accounts in 1 month, which was before COVID hit. And even now we're maintaining a very, very aggressive pace of growth. So I think COVID really helped, our business, at least in the sense that people started just taking better care of their finances and tried, had more time perhaps on their hand to see how they can make their money go further for them. And they opened up accounts with us. But again, I think it was just a stepping stone of sorts. And I think the trend is still very much there. And in fact, it's accelerating.
Okay, and that's clearly being witnessed. So Ravi, let's talk about what have been some interesting trends you've witnessed in the last couple of months among your retail traders. If you've been in conversation with them, what have they been asking you? What are their key questions? And yeah, what's really different about the traders that have recently joined into the share market via Upstox, as opposed to, the kind of traders or clients you've had, since you initially started?
Yeah, so I think as a trend, on our platform, we're onboarding people from deeper and deeper parts of India, which has exactly been our goal from starting Upstox. But specifically over the past 2-3 months, I think more women have come online, which is again very encouraging. So we've seen about a 30% uptick in women traders coming on our platform, women investors coming on our platform and opening up their account with us. More and more of our user base are first-time investors. So it's actually closer to 70% of our new accounts that we open up nowadays are first-time investors, and they're choosing us as their first demat account, to get into the investment world. These have been the bigger trends, and I think as time goes on, what'll happen is we'll get deeper and deeper in India. I think it's so easy nowadays to open up an account with a brokerage company, as long as the account opening process is very easy. It's very low cost. It's very easy to discover and learn about what to trade, what to invest. And as a platform, this is what we constantly strive to do.
All right, excellent. Ravi, do you think that the traders of today are being a little less risk averse, if I could put it that way? They have a higher risk appetite. They want to get a bit more adventurous, and that's perhaps partially owed to the kind of returns as well that the equity markets have given, right? Especially for those who've invested, who've been observing the market since March and April when the lockdown first started. Do you think that that's made individuals a little more adventurous when it comes to risk taking?
I don't think so. We've not really seen that. In fact, we've seen the opposite. We've seen a higher influx of delivery cash trades on our platform over the past few months. I think we always underestimate, the knowledge of a retail trader. I think Indian customers are very savvy. We have one of the highest savings rates in the world. And I think what's been happening again is people are always looking for better ways to invest their money, to invest their cash. And the bank account where you used to get 6, 7, 8% return on your fixed deposit is not giving you half of that. Whereas equity markets are still kind of booming, and over long term, it's the best place to kind of park a large proportion of your wealth, especially if you're younger. So I think people are just savvy. They're starting to realize this, and that's been the biggest draw. But from a profile change perspective, I think we've actually seen the opposite. We've seen more cash delivery trades on our platform over the past few months.
Okay, more cash delivery trades on the platform. So that's perhaps an indication that maybe that people are not exactly getting very adventurous really when it comes to conducting their trades.
Exactly.
According to you, and clearly it's very obvious, that individuals are enjoying using this digital trading platform that Upstox does afford them, that there are, a few other companies that do provide this sort of a platform. What do you think, or if you could share some recommendations, some tips to the viewers who are watching, who are your clients as well, on how they can, make the best use of the platform to enjoy the trading experience. Insider tips, if you could call it that, straight from the founder. How would you recommend, viewers can really make the most of everything that Upstox has to offer?
Wonderful. It's a great question. I think, look, you should, especially for a first-time investor, I think it's important to go slow. You don't want to be jumping into, say, derivatives trading or, doing something, day trading and stuff, at least. You want to be taking things very easy, very slow. you should actually learn to buy into things that you know. So if you are, say, a car enthusiast, you should be buying, or bike enthusiast, you should be buying, shares of companies that you're more aware of, that you keenly track. And that's how you get started. We have a great blog as well, so you can learn about what things are coming out on our platform. And we also have, when you open up an account with us, we have a lot of partners that we work with. So there's some of our partners provide educational content. Some of our partners provide a lot of research advice. And it's good to kind of learn all this material, all this content that's coming in, and really absorb and see what takes for you. There's different types of investors, different types of equity participants, and it's very important to figure out your style. That's what I always recommend people. Don't jump into something because somebody else is telling you so. Make sure you take it easy and you start off very slow. We also, as a platform, we give you full access to live market data, even without even opening up an account. So you can actually try out, so-called paper trading. You can place a trade, and just see how the platform works. And you can learn how the different features work before you actually, put your money on the line. So, I think the general tip I give to everybody is just go slow. There's a dearth of information out there, and see what investment style suits you best.
Okay. What do you think, and in the interest of course, ensuring that our viewers are aware of everything to do with share trading, what do you think is the key risks involved, when you sort of trade in shares, when you dabble in the share market? Many a times it can get very easy to, to get carried away. What do you think are the risks involved in share trading?
So, of course, equity markets are always privy to cyclicality, right? It's not like investing in, say, bank fixed deposit where you're guaranteed returns. So you should just be aware, right? So you should not, I think what I'd always tell people is don't just listen to some random person giving you tips, and this is not, it's not like gambling at all. You have to take it very, very seriously. So your money's on the line, and you should be aware of what you're buying into. And research, spend your time learning about the company that you're getting into. And again, I go back to what I said earlier, you should buy things that you're already aware of, you already have a knack for, you're already interested in. And those oftentimes make, the best investments, when you're buying into an industry that you already know very, very well. So that's what I would advise.
Okay, all right. How or what rather do you think is where a digital online platform scores over the traditional methods of investing in shares or trading in the share market?
So as a platform, as a company rather, I'll tell you this, right? 65-70% of our employees are engineers, designers, product managers. We spend a lot of our time, all day basically just completely thinking about the customer experience through that app, through that phone app. So the customer of today, is a much younger customer that's already has a slew of very high quality apps on their phones. And we want to make investing and trading as simple as buying food from your online delivery app, or booking a cab through your transportation app. Buying stocks and other investment products should be as simple as that. So that's been the focus of our business, and I think that's probably what allowed us to grow so fast as well. Just the continuous focus on the customer and knowing where the customer, what the customer wants. So we're always doing research on our customers and how we can make their investment and trading life cycle better and better and better. And there's never an end to this. It's constant work. Our teams are always at just trying to find it, make it easier, better, faster, and cheaper for people to invest in equity markets.
All right. By the way, Ravi, the last time we had you on the channel, which was, I guess, a couple of months ago, we had got a couple of viewer questions that we were not able to answer. I've just come across one of them, I'll take the liberty to sort of shoot this question at you. It's more of an operational question that maybe some of our viewers as well would be having after listening to you. It may have piqued their interest as well to perhaps open an account with Upstox. So this is from Maria Jamali. She's actually asking that how can she conduct digital online trading via Upstox in terms of day trading and commission charge? Does she need to do it through a broker even if she's using Upstox, or can she do it on her own? How would you like to respond to Maria over there?
Great question. I think everything, we're geared towards making everything do it yourself. So, our app is extremely simple to open up an account with, very, very low cost to open up an account with. Transacting is extremely simple. We've simplified it as much as possible, and we're always working towards making it easier and easier and easier. So you don't need to go through anybody else. You can just open up an account directly on our platform at upstox.com. You can download it from the Google or the Apple Play stores, and you can just do everything on your own. So there's no need to go through any other entity to make this happen. You can just do it all yourself.
So that's the whole idea, really. When you go to, when something is digital, really, it's just sort of, at least that's what I believe. It really makes it all very simple and DIY, as we call it, and that's really the aim of Upstox as well, of a lot of digital trading channels, really, to DIY the entire process. So Maria and all our viewers listening, you don't really need a broker or anybody else. You can just sort of do this on your own. Okay, well. Ravi, I just want to understand that Upstox, of course, does have a platform for, holistic personal finance. I mean, it's not just shares, but I believe that one can manage their mutual funds as well on Upstox. So, how does it sort of simplify my life? I mean, today, I may have another broker for mutual funds. I may have a distributor I may be contacting, and then I have another demat account with somebody else for my shares. So, is it possible really to merge all of this into one platform?
That's the future, Ravina. I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's basically to make everything into one platform. And that's what we work towards. People don't even know what a demat account is. They just want to buy, shares of companies that they love or they're aware of, or they're trying to invest their money. They're trying to make their money work harder and harder for them. So what we look at, when we think about ourselves, we think ourselves as being just a holistic investment platform, a platform where your money goes further for you, where, we find ways of increasing your net worth over time. And, the features that we roll out and the different functionalities that we will introduce, over the coming months, over coming years, will always be attuned to doing that. So the customer of today does not really care about what type of account they open. They just want a way to, making investing easy, trading easier, and managing their finances better, and ultimately increasing their net worth. So this is what we're about, and everything we do, right, is just about complete focus on the end customer and making their lives much better.
Okay, all right. Well, Ravi, it was a pleasure having you with us today on ET Now. Thank you so much, really, for talking to our viewers, especially the ones who have been, who are new entrants into the share market, who've been dabbling in the share market during this lockdown. Some important lessons really to take away as well on the risks associated, especially the ones who are perhaps getting a little too adventurous. I guess this is important words of wisdom coming in from Ravi Kumar. Folks, if you'd like to catch this conversation, you can do so via ET Now's YouTube channel. We'll be putting up this entire interview right up there. Okay, well, that of course is Ravi Kumar of Upstox. They have, of course, emerged as now the second largest broking house in India, and great times really for them. They've been adding new clients, new demat accounts as well, especially during this lockdown. Well, moving on, the Amazon Sambhav India is an initiative that's currently on in partnership with Niti Aayog. It is powered by the Times Network through their Great Indian Sellers series, showcases the untold stories of karigars, kiranas, women entrepreneurs, innovators, and many such Amazon sellers who are a part of the Amazon India marketplace. One such story is of ClickFit. Take a look as we slip into a short break.
मेरी कंपनी का नाम है NR ओमनी प्राइवेट लिमिटेड, जिसमें हमारा ब्रांड है क्लिकफिट। जो क्लिकफिट हमारा जो ब्रांड है वो एयर बाइक साइकिल्स और डंबल्स बनाती है। मेड इन इंडिया प्रोडक्ट है। हमारे प्रोडक्ट की कैटेगरी फिटनेस के कैटेगरी में आती है। हमारा जो कॉन्सेप्ट था इसके ऊपर आने का ये मेन यही था कि हम किसी भी तरह से लोगों को ये दिखाएं कि आप फिटनेस होना आपके लिए ज़रूरी है। अमेज़न के मेड इन इंडिया प्रोग्राम से जुड़े हैं, मेड फॉर अमेज़न प्रोग्राम से जुड़े हुए हैं। उन्होंने हमें काफ़ी स्पेस दिया, डिलीवरी के लिए काफ़ी हेल्प किया, हमारे लोगों को ट्रेन किया। कोविड जैसे 22 मार्च को बंद हुआ, तो उसके बाद अप्रैल जब आया तो बिल्कुल ही बंद हो गया। अप्रैल पूरा बंद रहा, बट मई में जैसे जब शुरू हुआ तो पिक करने में टाइम नहीं लगा। बहुत बार तो ऐसा हो गया हम प्रोडक्ट आउट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन हो गए, क्योंकि आउट ऑफ प्रोडक्ट हो गए बिकॉज डिमांड ज़्यादा थी। ग्रेट इंडिया फेस्टिवल वगैरह में जैसे मेन क्या होता है कि सामान काफ़ी ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में निकलते हैं और ब्रांड वैल्यू आपका अचानक से, क्योंकि जो आप 50 लोग को बेच रहे थे वो आप अचानक से 500 लोग को पहुंच गए, तो वो आपका एक रीच और बढ़ जाता है दोनों। फेस्टिव सीज़न में उम्मीद हमारी ये है कि हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कर पाए। जो अमेज़न ने हमारा नंबर दिया, हम चाहते हैं कि हम उनसे बेटर करें। ऑनलाइन का मतलब ये नहीं होता है कि आप आज आए और आज ही आप स्टार्ट हो जाए, टाइम लगता है हर चीज़ में। सबसे बड़ी चीज़ है कि आपको ऑनेस्टी और इंटीग्रिटी अपनी बनाए रखें और रेगुलरली अमेज़न के जो साइट है उसको रेगुलर विजिट करें। ट्रेनिंग मॉड्यूल्स हैं उसके अंदर, वो आप ज़रूर उसको अटेंड करें, वो आपको बहुत हेल्प करेगा।